Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I'm not here with Geeky Sparkles in this video, but we're going to talk about The Onion. We're going to talk about The Onion getting sold to a guy from Twilio and also an NBC News reporter. And they don't seem to know what to do with it. They know that it's not making money. In fact, they say in this article from The Information that they're not making money currently with The Onion. It's basically treading water in a good month. And their solution for The Onion is to start juicing subscribers. They're going to do a membership paywall package, and they're going to do sponsorships like YouTube, and they're going to try to branch out to TikTok, which is a really safe bet. So we're going to talk about The Onion and how I don't think it's going to be around much longer anyway. I mean, in some form maybe, but like I don't think they're going to be able to turn it around because this is all the stuff that other websites have tried and they failed, including the previous owners of The Onion, Geo Media. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Kotaku, and we're going to talk about the Babylon Bee poking fun at them, and that journalism jobs are not in a good place right now, guys. Like you really... Now is not a good time to buy one of these websites, but this guy sounds like he was an Onion fanboy, and that's why he bought it. But I really do not think it's going to work out the way he thinks it's going to work out. I could be wrong. Let's talk about it. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Speaking of paywalls, go out to patreon.com/clownfishtv. We do put exclusive content out there, and it helps support us because, you know, we're not immune to everything going on in media right now. So this is an interesting article. We now know who bought The Onion. It's this guy that's Jeff Lawson from Twilio, and he bought it because he was a fan of The Onion. And you know, he also wanted to keep The Onion away from Elon Musk. That came out in this article. I thought that was interesting. They said the problem for The Onion is, like most media companies, The Onion has really gone down a hole. They talk about how it's not making money and how Geo Media is bleeding out money trying to keep these websites alive. They've sold, let's see, the AV Club, Jezebel. They sold Deadspin because their writers got them into a lawsuit because they defamed a child. They called a child racist, and they said he was doing blackface when he wasn't. And he tried to buy it for like 4 or 5 years now. And he's going in with this Ben Collins, a former NBC reporter and Daily Beast editor. Again, what is the worst thing that could go wrong? But he said, yeah, his interest was driven by a sincere worry that Elon Musk might try to buy The Onion, which Musk previously tried to acquire in 2014. I did not know that. I did not know that Elon Musk was trying to buy The Onion. I was worried about what could happen to it if it got into the wrong hands. And I couldn't imagine this upcoming election without The Onion. Can you imagine that's your worry? Like, I have to buy The Onion so Elon Musk doesn't get it. So I don't think he would want it. We're living it. We are living The Onion. Every headline that's trending on Twitter right now is like an Onion headline, but it's real news. So there's no reason for Elon Musk to have to buy The Onion. With The Onion finally his, Lawson promises he has no starry-eyed illusions about what he can do with it, and he understands the publication can't somehow become a high-growth tech company. I'm trying to be pretty realistic about the media landscape. In the long term, I think we should be able to make money, not just break even. But we've got a lot of ideas for things we want to do, including TikTok. They want to expand into TikTok. You want to expand into TikTok. Have you read any headlines lately, dude? That is not a good bet. To increase revenue, they want to transition away from low-cost display ads that clutter up the site, those display ads. And they want to do brand sponsorships like YouTubers do. And also, they're going to paywall everything. Yeah, Lawson and Collins want The Onion to develop new editorial products to launch that can go behind a paywall. I want the staff to let their freak flags fly, he said. The pair hopes such new products could allow them to share revenue with the staff a model similar to the one employed by Puck News, a buzzy media startup covering entertainment, finance, and politics. Yeah, it's kind of like a Substack. Collins wants to also produce a printed version of The Onion. We own The Onion. We can do with it whatever we want. Well, you want it to make money. And in this current climate, it's very hard to get websites to make money. The Babylon Bee said they're going to lend The Onion one of their 2 jokes. They're going to. Actually, I would have laughed my ass off if the Babylon Bee bought The Onion. The Babylon Bee is way funnier than The Onion is at this point. Again, if Elon Musk wants to buy something, he'd probably just buy the Babylon Bee. He wouldn't have to buy The Onion. The Onion hasn't been legitimately funny in years, but apparently a lot of the people working for The Onion have been there for a while. I just think that the world is beyond parody at this point. So it's like, what is the purpose of The Onion? Like I said, when the headlines are ripped from The Onion, what is the purpose at this point? News media jobs cut like crazy. I mean, just like, it's not a good time to be a digital journalist, guys. Like, I don't even know what to tell you. Like, just starting this year, 20% of the LA Times cut, 16% of BuzzFeed staff cut, digital job losses at the Wall Street Journal, Engadget, The Intercept, Bustle, Vice. I mean, there's like nothing left in this space. It was all run on venture capital and bullshit and lies for years. And now the venture capital's run out and the advertisers aren't advertising. So where does this leave sites like Kotaku? Well, Kotaku is part of Geo Media, which owned The Onion, and they've been selling off every website they can sell. And Kotaku, I think the only reason they haven't sold Kotaku yet is nobody wants it. And I think it's a liability. I think whoever would buy Kotaku would have to get rid of everybody. They would have to get rid of everybody because right now the journalists that they have and the editors that they have run the risk of getting them into a very serious lawsuit. In fact, I am very surprised that Troy Levitt didn't sue them for defamation. Troy Levitt, who was the lead designer or project manager, lead project head on Hogwarts Legacy. I'm not sure what his actual title was. Very nice guy, though. We had him on D-Res. And they dug up a bunch of videos that he did back in 2015, 2016 that were Gamergate adjacent. Rather, he agreed. He didn't say, hey, I love Gamergate, but he agreed with some of the talking points of Gamergate, mainly that video game journalists were political activists disguised as journalists. And we're still seeing this today. We're seeing it now with the Stellar Blade debacle and them going after Grums and going after Asmongold and, all this stuff. It's going down. And that's being spearheaded by, I believe, Kotaku writers, right? Or at least that group. So it would take somebody coming in and basically buying the site, purging everybody there, and just hitting the reset button on it. Basically, you'd be buying the domain. Because as we've showed you before, nobody's watching their videos. Like, nobody cares about Kotaku. Nobody's interacting with them on Twitter, where they supposedly have a whole bunch of followers. Nobody interacts with them. I don't know how many views they're getting, but it's probably coming from legacy content. And they were told just a couple of weeks ago that they had to pivot to making game guides. They had to do game guides. And the reason I think they're being told to do game guides is, one, you're less likely to get sued. Two, people actually want that information. Three, it's busy work. They're being given busy work until they find a buyer for this website. Because I guarantee you it's coming. But there we go, guys. The Onion being paywalled. Can you imagine paying for Kotaku? Would somebody actually do that? If somebody bought Kotaku and they put it behind a paywall, would they say, hey, yeah, you can read even more garbage articles about the chuds and the Nazis taking over gaming by paying us, $10 a month or whatever? It's like nobody's going to freaking do that. Nobody is going to do that. I'm going to wrap it up. Please subscribe. We'll talk later.